rearrange the camera a little bit. I put it up a little higher. So of course I chopped off my head. Opening. I do wish they would let me take that heart off. I'm sorry. I do wish they would let me do that. Hi, Randy. Hi, Kim. How's your weather out that direction, you two? I guarantee you don't want to lose any money out here in this wind, because you'd never catch up with it. Waiting for notification on this other one. And okay. Windy. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah. It's like it took my storm door last night and just slammed it. And it's like, okay. Hi, June. No doctor's appointments today? Yeah, I think that's when ours ends while I'm sleeping or before I get up tomorrow. We have what they call the garbage can, right, or whatever, and it's saying to put our garbage cans all in. Hi, so Terry. That's my second day with a quiet house. I guess I didn't realize I printed on the back of the page till I look up there. What am I doing? There's what I'm doing. Wow, June must be really bored too. I'm going to try and find wherever YouTube is on this one. See if I can open it. Hello, Lori. It's like, Lori knows what I almost was going to make today just to be funny, but I changed my mind. It's like, I can't be ornery all day long. I could, but I can't. Well, you wasn't there when I was there, Randy. Lori and I had our own party before her live. Oh. Yeah, I know you were looking forward to that one, huh, Lori? So I'm going to make this one instead. Does anybody want to guess the colors? I mean, the picture is very pretty. Hi, Donna. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, there's the colors. It's not my fault that's all I got. The fun part is now taking all those pieces, which is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, too many to count. Isn't that pretty? Yes. It's done with what's left from a scrap of fabric, of course. The green, that's from another quilt. The purple from something else. Who knows? I Shady Susan and Moxie May. But it's pretty. I don't have any set thing, but it's like as long as whatever colors I have, I have. How about that? And let's see if that opens up. That should be the link to the block if you want it. Lori's already got it because I suggested this for her quilt. And I was debating on leaving the corners all white. And I decided to grab a blue. It just helps draw out some of the other colors. Oh, okay. Well, that is fine, Terry. It's like just coming in saying you're attending is sweet. Because you are sweet. It's like I went to get the sewing instruction part, which is just pictures. It says take the pattern gives you, there's 2 different sizes on this. So you gotta make sure you don't want to make the 16, don't make the 16. Yeah, Thistle Bloom. Yes. And I put the link up. It should open to it. Hey, Lisa Brown. But it's like the cutting instructions, and they tell you all the subcuts. When I go to plan it, I write in pencil, white, lavender, floral, lavender, it's like blue, lavender, and green. If I'm changing the colors, I write right there on the color changes. Yeah, I haven't made it since December. It was written on the corner. December 28th, 2023. That was the last block I made in 2023. Was the Thistle block. So it's been 2.5 years. You made it with me? You? Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a very colorful block. And then if you put it together, I would say with a light blue sashing or white sashing, you could make another one. It's in a quilt that covers your love seat. Well, it's like mine is still around the corner, I think. No, it's in a quilt. The quilt was done. Where's that? That one's done, but it's like, it is a very pretty block. And I will post the link to the, it'd be better in reds and grays. Well, it would be if I had some, Randy. But it says to take the dark purple small one, which was 2 3/8 inch squares, dissect on diagonal, and take the white one, 2 3/8, dissect on. Well, I did that on them. Don't ask me why. I was crazy. I don't know. So I got to gather up. From this, I have to gather up 8 sets. So there's 2 sets. There's 4 sets. 6, and 8. So I'm going to try not knocking that stuff off of there. Going to try. So you can see it. Now I have to set all these, making sure my white on whites are on top. I get rid of this little thing. This is Terry's. Excuse me. Top, top. Top, top. Okay. I should have left these in units and then sewed them instead of on each side of the line. But to tell you the truth, it took over an hour to cut these pieces out. Okay, go back to listening. Get your stuff done. And when these are done, they trim down to 2 inches square. And I take some time to write that permanently in the pattern on the sewing page. I just take the time. It'll measure 2.5 by 2.5, or 2 by 2. Not 2.5 by 2.5. They was 2.5 blocks, or 2 3/8. When in doubt, cut the 2.5. I'd rather have a little to trim than not. So what's everybody doing today? Besides staying indoors, avoiding the weather. I was cutting up more of those double arrow ones, because I'm using my scraps. So when you have using your scraps, you have 5 strips hanging around until you get them sewed together. And then I ran out of assortment of white, so I went on to Hi Gladys. You're putting on the borders, okay? Oh, now it's snowing? I don't know how the snow would ever stick here. They showed it up on the path. Up on the path between Kathy and I. They're predicting from 2 to 6 feet of snow in this last week. That's a lot of snow. But it's going to be a warm, wet snow. So it can cause a lot of trouble. You got a half something. Yeah, ½ inch. It's melting. Okay, so I have all those pieces in the form. The next piece, it says make 4 of this unit, out of the 4 3 7/8. I cut them out at 4, do the line down the middle, sewed on each side of the line. So now I'm going to cut down the middle. You just got rain. I don't even get that. Yesterday when I went out, I had to go deal with my property taxes. Just as I was getting ready to come home, it started sprinkling, but that's it. We had a little bit of a rain, and then it left. And then these ones here, I finger press open. I start in the middle, because I don't want to stretch it, because that's the bias. And if you watch Donna Jordan, you'll get a lot of this information too. I didn't even know what a Donna Jordan was back when I started quilting. I didn't have a computer. So this is where I should use a leader and ender, so I can get those pieces off and get them all sewed. So far, I'm doing pretty good with this leader and ender idea. So far, I just have to remember the red is at 6 o'clock when I go to put it in. And then from here on is, hey puppet. Okay. We enjoy your pop-ups pop-ins when you can. We understand. It's like we do that in our world too. So I'm going to finger press all of these open also. Put the light side down and press. It just makes them ready to press. Hi, Dorlyn Dale. How is it down in your area? Colorado. And how are you doing? If you ever go read the comments of different people's YouTubes, it's like, last night I got one. I had to do translate mode on it. They go, those videos I made where you got the upshot down to what I'm doing, they go, that's terrible camera angle. And it's like, I told them, well, thanks for stopping. It's like, I just took it's like, to each their own. When you're trying to show something, at least I didn't use my fingers and say, like, sew this and centimeters this. Being as I didn't have little Miss D today, I felt that I could do this one because it takes a little more time than 40 minutes. Okay, Cheryl. We'll talk to you later. I think I want a little bit smaller roller. I don't have tiny. And then this one's supposed to be a 2x2. Spirit's up and going to the doctor. Well, yeah. That's all you can do, isn't it? But, yeah, we all have different things in our lives that distract us. We have to go do things. It's like, there's no offense taken when you have to leave. You did a pop-in. Said hello. Because we're a family and we know we're all busy. But I just cut mine 2.5. I would rather have a little bit to trim. Hi, Carrie. She finally looked at the clock. She's late. She's late. She's been doing her diamond art and watching TV. Because it's harder to do diamond art and chat. Hi, Pam. Oh, I'm glad you caught me on a live too. You just get, today you don't get to see little D. She is such a cutie. Yeah. And today Pam, I'm doing the Thistle Bloom block. It looks like this. Okay, you just drive safely. That's all that matters. Drive safe. And if someone wants to do the block when I'm done, it will be pasted out into the end when I can. Because being I'm using this and I'm backwards to you guys, it's like I have to go back and I have to put it on public. In other words, it stays on private. And then you can't go back and watch the replay. I keep telling the different drivers, don't put the neighbor's package in the fence. It's like, don't take a chance of being bit. Thank you, Randy. Oh, it's at my house. It's like, it's time to bring down and wash some dishes. It's no fun washing dishes in the bathroom sink. But they're supposed to be turning on the water here pretty soon. And next year, or this winter, they're supposed to have water year-round in their RV park. That'll be really nice. You still go use the showers and whatnot, but... And they said they're also going to put up a pet area. And you can't get in the pet area unless you have a key card. So that'll be nice. You have to get a new key card every month. But, you know, it gives them a place that they can take their dogs. Okay. And then this one says, I say, it's supposed to be 3.5 inch. There's the 3.5. They do not tell you the measurements. You have to write them on if you do this one. How about an old lady park with a gate? I have a gate. But you know what? I have a yard that I cannot take my great-granddaughter into the backyard. We have to stay in the front yard. Because I don't want her to go over to the fence of the two neighbors that have dogs that will bite through the fence. There's across town from me, Darlene, is a RV park, which is what, 1.7 miles away? Okay. Well, that didn't take you long, Cheryl. You didn't miss anything except for me trimming 2-inch half square triangles. Here, see, if I was putting this out for the birds, wouldn't they have a beautiful nest? I should start doing that again. See, I had to do the contract renewal for my reduced property tax. So I now have 8 of these 2-inchers. I have 4 of these 3.5-inchers. So let's see what it says we get to do next. And these, for right now, I'm just going to stack them on the center because it's not going anywhere. Now it wants me to make these flying geese units. I have to make 4 of each combination. Okay, so we'll start stacking. This is 1 goose. This is 2 goose. Three geese. 4 geese. 5. 6. 7. 8. So that'd be 4 of each. Oh, I got some more to dig up here. I'm not done yet. So I have to take these off of these. Because that's those. I forgot this one. There's the other color combination. Boy, I'm going to make a gaggle of geese. It is going to be beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to do research around the area before the next mountain bike. Now, do they like just all different terrain, like up a mountain? That would be like Chewela, Chewelah. There, I wrote it in the chat for you. Check that area because you can go up over 49 degrees north all the way over into Idaho biking, and then further out Chewela, you go out. The airport has an RV park, and then you can go up the mountains across Kalispell and all that. Beautiful. We take our 4-wheelers up there. And we ride for miles and miles and miles. And then we also take the time. We pick up litter, aluminum cans, because people aren't always nice. But up there, oops, I picked up an extra piece. I go, where is it? So right now I got kind of a naked little thing here. And it's just, there's so many roads up there. It's Colville National Forest, up across into Idaho. And there is a gas station when you go up into Idaho and around. You do have to watch to make sure you don't go to the Canadian border. So I'm going to get these all sat out here the way these guys need to go. It's better if you get them set up in your oldest son lived in Kalispell, Montana. But we got some beautiful land, and there's you can run across moose, elk, of course, bears. Okay, there's that set because it shows you on the pattern. I have a set with green corners with the light purple, and I have 4 sets of the green here. This one with the purple on the corners, and I have 4 sets of the white with the purples on the corner. So you just got to keep separating, stacking. So I only have to make 12 geese units. That's all. But if I was to be making a quilt, can you imagine how many I'd have to have? It's like once you get up to the border here on the bikes, it's fenced, so you can't get very far. I'm wondering if I'm going to put too many purples in the wrong spot. Oh, it looks like I stacked them correctly. 5 years. My husband was born in Kalispell. So, the easiest way to sew these little buggers is chain them. I'm just putting them up a little bit. I'm going to start with the purple on the green. And you always go down and line up the corners. Always pick up my foot a little bit so that corner don't go diving down in there. So I'm going to stick with all the green ones for right now. The purple with the green. This is a 12.5-inch block when it's all done, Donna. It's like I gotta look through the bifocals. Yeah, it's called Thistle Bloom. I can't remember the colors I made them in, but So Terry's was that beautiful color right there. And I know to hold it up there for a few so you guys can see it. But that's So Terry's. Every once in a while, I get a block that she just has to do. Like So far, she's held off on the double arrowhead. It's like, I can go back and grab the link if you need it now. I posted it up there earlier. Because I have I have a laptop, a tablet, my phone, and another tablet all open while I'm doing this. And Donna says, beautiful, Terry, because Terry's in listening mode only. So now I'm grabbing the green center with the purple. And make this 4 times. The thing with the flying geese units, I prefer this one. It's like, it's take your time. Is take your time. No quilt block. You go to Wyoming in September? Okay. I've been to Wyoming in different times of the year. I wasn't too thrilled with the June weather in Wyoming. It was hotter than blue blazes that year I went. But when I finally got through Wyoming and got into Nebraska, I was in like heaven. But it was hot in Wyoming, and the winds was blowing ridiculous. It actually blew the gas nozzles out of the gas pumps. You stood there between your rig and the gas pump with, brace yourself. And it's like, I got a pop, and I forgot to wash my windshield. Well, I put it in the car, but I didn't start the car because I never leave my car running unattended, even though I was outside of it. By the time I got in, my ice was all melted. Yeah. And I don't mind the 4-in-1. It's just, the different back and forth. But when they put a triangle with a square in the corner, that's that flip and sew that she's talking about. That is wasteful. That is very wasteful. Our fall colors are the tamarack. We have more up in the evergreens. We have the tamarack and the birch. So October is when open range closes. Yeah, I seen that. And then also in Wyoming, back in 1990, whatever, 94, I think it was. Seen this rest area coming up, and I had to go potty. Pulled over to that rest area, or was going to pull over. I probably did because I wasn't sure and I had traffic behind me. It was a 55-gallon drum to put the garbage in. That's what the rest area was. A big pull out for semis. And it's like, oh, I'm not using no 55-gallon drum. Yeah. And those sewing flips that come out from those. I'm going to just stack these back up here. I have to finger press them all. So I'll get the first group of, there's the first group of 4. There's the second group of 4. I'm going to move that one over to the side for a little bit because Here I go again. I like to finger press before I press. It takes away a lot of the time over there because I don't like turning my back. Plus, you can kind of stack them all. Just give them that heat and then come back. We still get the dog ears. Yeah, the co-passenger that was with me, she was 16 because they wouldn't let me go by myself. I had to go to Iowa to rescue my daughter. She's outside of Altoona, Iowa. The semi broke down. And so I had to go rescue her. And I took the scenic route. I went by way of Wyoming and down into Nebraska because I says, if I'm going to get more states in. Because my husband had different times that he could get different states in. I'll probably never have Texas in my list. He went because he was in the Air Force. But whenever I can, I've barely been into California. Went to the first quilt shop. And he was the driver. That's all I wanted. I've been into Canada 3 times, I think. Patty G still lurking. She's doing a FPP Pentagon something. Or EPP. It's like, I have to go back and read the chat. And then I have to remember which one it was on. Because I said, I have to Google that. I didn't have pen and paper near me at the time. But I figured I know how to get a hold of her. Okay, well, those 4 are completed. I'm going to quickly snap off these. And I do have a thread cutter coming, or one of those blade savers, whatever they're called. I do have one of those coming. I won. I cashed in my $1 million thimbles on another site. We do some gambling. Yo, Patty's there all the time gambling with me. She's in 3rd. You still in 3rd? No, you're in 2nd. Terry's in 3rd. It's like a baseball game thing. Who's on 2nd? Who's on 3rd? I'm down at the bottom. Because I cashed in my $1 million. I was first one to reach $1 million. And we had fun doing it. It was an up and down race all the time. So now I got to work back up to it again. Everybody's saying hi to Patty G. I have it on. Oh, it changed the top chat again. Made with the pentagons and an octagon base. I'm using stiff stuff. Well, I'm glad it's like you're awake and full of and vinegar. Yeah, it's switched off, so I didn't get to see you come in. There's probably other people. It's switched off of live chat to top chat. I hate when it does that. Let me see if she's over here. No. I have to change it on all of them. Even my phone. That's crazy. You're switched too? Okay. I begin to think I had too much happy hour. And I don't drink. Yours switches also? Okay. Because normally when you get them all set, it doesn't switch. But these did for some reason. Wonder if there was a little blink of power or something. I don't know. Must be Austin here. Yep. My dear sweet grandson brought me an Arby's sandwich. He says, Grandma, I'm bringing you Arby's. I get the Arby's Super. It has a little bit of lettuce, a slice of tomato, and they call it Red Ranch. It's Catalina. But it's just enough to, if I had a tomato here, I would just tell them, bring just a sandwich. But I should just bring the sandwich and put the Catalina on it here. Thank you, sir. Oh, he even brought me something to drink. He's got to go to the little boy's room. He must have knew I left my stuff in the freezer. The Reuben sandwich. Now, isn't that on a regular thick bread? What, Austin? Okay. But it's like, and then I also like getting the French dip. The French dip's a good sandwich that you can take home because it's just it's loading. You want to set this in the refrigerator for me?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need help, by the way.
You're gonna need help?
No, not you.
Oh. I just told him that you're just gonna have water year-round starting this winter.
Well,
This is slow and old.
I'll probably have water everything year-round and pay $1,200 a month and be in a house.
Yeah, well, that's what you're trying.
I'll try for that today. At 340.
Oh. But he's trying to get a house. Live indoors.
5 hours, okay. Alright. And then once I get done with this challenge, I'm gonna go down to my fishing book, and I'm gonna get gems, and then I'm gonna do another challenge like I did on my other one.
Okay.
Then do 10.
Okay, there's a group of
Because
4.
it's crazy how many points we have, and we only have 2 horseshoes. Did you see that already? The point scores are crazy for that.
It is.
So that's why I'm like, I'll do 10 on each, and hopefully
We get that every now and then.
yeah.
But it's like, that was Austin. Marble Rye. Patty G wanted a Marble Rye. Feltex. I have to read. Two Great Minds. Well, don't give Patty any swollen head syndrome. It's like, after making the glossy baskets, I've been experimenting with different basket possibilities. Well, that's what we get to do in our age. I just need to get all of these projected product done. That's what I want to do. I want to get my stuff done. And I'm trying not to buy a new sewing machine. It'll be just another cheap one. I'm not going big, bold. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. This would be normally Baby D time. I did not turn off the bells and whistles because it's like, just keeps me organized. But I don't have to leave today because it goes off. I don't have to chase my stuff all over the place. Hi, Heidi. And it's like, Heidi, I'm doing the Thistle Bloom block. I'll put that over there. That's what we're working on. For pulled pork. Now, pulled pork sounds good. Now, I wrote these need to be 2 by 3.5 is what I wrote for all these little things. And yeah, it's the second time I've made this one. Second time I've made this block. See, normally when I'm in here sewing, I do not have this put up, but today I keep putting everything up. So I'm going to trim the 2. And then it says 3.5. One and a half. See, 1, 2, 3. Just needs the dog ears off. Lil, I'm not touching your ears. You should have seen the look on Carrie's dog when I was cutting dog ears. She's like, what? Because this here is the... I make sure to get my 1/4 inch above. It's like, gotta put my thing back down that I was getting my chat off of. You love the colors? Well, thank you. The actual picture is in purples and greens with the blue corners. So it's like Randy wanted them in reds and grays. But no matter what block I make, where I make it, I always make sure to go back and trim. It's like there's nothing to trim on the bottom of that one because I sew at the scant quarter. I've had too many blocks not turn out, and especially the AccuQuilt ones. She heard me. Is she hiding her ears again? But every AccuQuilt block I've put together, I've always come out with a 12¼ inch block because I did the 1/4 inch. Well, that's what the patterns always said. Well, they didn't tell us, you know, through the years about the sew on which side the line. She's hiding under the covers. See, I can scare a dog. Nothing to trim there. Take the dog ears off. Do you hear me butchering this, Lil? I'm glad Patty's given another idea out to somebody. It's nice when we can share. Like Lori at Quilting in the Country, she has so many projects going right now. Yes, I will. It will be pinned. That's one thing I do because, you know, they would like us to share. But you don't know what a block looks like till you see somebody else doing it. And it's amazing how I love the points on it. And it was the last one I did in 2023. But it went on the 2024 sampler quilt. I make one sampler quilt a year. Okay. Leader and ender. I need a leader and ender. You don't have that many going? Are you making the thistle block today? Or are you finishing up? You said you was going to finish up that table runner. Did you get that done? St. Patrick's Day is less than a week away. Oh, today is one of my brother's birthdays. I think today is. Yep. Today is my little brother's birthday. My youngest. I think he's 63 today. Yeah, he's the, we always called him the oops. And I told my mom to take him back and get the non-crying model. She didn't take him back. She did not take him back. He lives in Utah. I haven't been down to see him since 9 years now. You finished the table runner? Yeah, you did a machine binding, didn't you? I wish I could do the machine. I just can't. I just can't. It's like machine binding and me is not, it's not my vocabulary, but way to go. And then you got 4 rows together. Okay, bus duty. We'll talk later, Cheryl. It's like, it's always nice to get something accomplished. Yeah, we do our, she just does grandma duty. I get the great grandma duty. That comes tomorrow. She's back tomorrow. I forgot to check on my 2 inches. Close enough. I'm not going to cut off that hair. Because that's about what it looked like. Just a little hair. And you can barely see enough. Okay, darling. You need to recuperate as much as you can. I finished 2 crocheted baby blankets today, now drying. Okay. Good job there, Heidi. It's like my hand stuff, I have a pair of socks going. And I need to get another booty going. Hear anything on Baby Watch?
Not yet.
Okay.
Question.
What?
Since you have no kid, would you be willing to come up at 3:40?
For what?
To that house thing?
What house thing?
Because you know Ron Furter, right?
Yeah. He's renting a house by the tennis field.
Mm-hmm. So instead of me having to call Mom, I have somebody who he knows too, because he's skeptical with dogs because the last renter tore it up.
Oh.
But my dogs are good. You know, they don't tear anything up. They don't they don't pee and poop in the house. They don't do none of that. Same with the cat. And then, so.
You'll have to remind me.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Okay.
To come up so that way then I have another person. And then too, you know, Wendy's there like 24/7 or there's somebody there. And then if I'm not home, somebody comes and lets out the dogs. I'm going to let them know that.
Well, and then,
and then too,
if you can put up a fenced yard.
Well, he already has the whole backyard fenced off.
Okay.
So that's perfect.
Okay, I'll go up there.
And then something that I was going to mention, sorry, I know you're on your lap.
Yeah, I'm reading this. Quick.
And then something that I'm going to mention too is I'll do $300 non-refundable
pet fee.
Pet deposit. He hasn't said anything about that, but I'll do that. You know, $100 for each dog. Boom.
Okay, it says white, green. except for the white gets flipped over this way. Oh, you guys can't see that corner. It's white, green, and then the lavender. It's like, where is it? I didn't do quite as lavender as they did. So that's the placement. Now, white, green, and yeah, purple, lavender, green, and white is reversed. So get all these purples up there. Because the green makes the point, and the white makes the star, or the thistle points. And then that stays there. This one, white goes to, okay, white goes towards the solid square. Next project is Celtic weave shawl. Okay, Sharon, do you have a lawn? Do you have a lawn? Because the lawn took out the odors out of the stuff I had.
I want you to go because, especially because, you know, you're going to be staying at the house, and most renters like to, you know.
Landlords want to know everybody in the house. There. Check this real fast to see. On our bucket list. Okay, that's Susan Munger. But that's the pieces with all the spaces. And the sewing says you put together this row, you put these together. So I have to make 4 of this unit. This unit to right here, which is pretty simple. You have cactus. Yeah, well, maybe just outdoors. I don't know. But it really took away the tobacco smell I had. I never dreamed that it would take out the odor. But just hanging it out for fresh air did not work. Then I forget what the other thing was that they told me to do. Okay, there's that group of 4. Or 4, 2. Now I have to grab this one. Got a friend with a yard? It's like, spring quilt along with Angela Walters. And then I'm just going to keep sewing down because I can see some pieces that join. I'm just going right down the middle. You'll see the map in front of you when you get there. I could have kept doing this before and webbed the whole thing. I could have webbed the whole center strip. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Didn't look that far ahead. I was looking at what they want us to do. So go back up to those first two. Because these two are done. And then it's like, gotta figure out which way I want that to point. So if this one goes in, that one goes out, the next one would go in. Okay. Because I want to press to the dark side of the white when I can. So this one goes out, in. So this one goes out. There's always that in, out, in, out. So you nest them instead. It was a nice day. I'll see if hubby will string them up for me when he gets home. Okay. It's like, it's just one of those things. Now they want this one on top of this one. Nest the pieces. And if my white on whites are off, I don't worry about it. I call them my Where's Waldo's. And if anybody wants to look for them, fine with me. Okay, I have that group sewed together. Now this one starts back up here. Not that. It's like, oh, it's like I'm on the wrong end. That's why.
Alright, Grandma.
Okay, you got what? You got the mail?
Yeah, like I said, you got a whole bunch of BULLSHIT.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put away my dishes. I mean, not my dishes, my shopping. Alyssa will put away the dishes. I'm gonna get dressed in a little nicer clothes.
Oh, it's like there's nothing wrong with what you have on.
I'm getting dressed in a little nicer clothes, and then I'll just throw on my pants, and then I'll call you about 3:20.
Okay.
Quarter after 3:20.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Grandma.
Be there.
Love you. Thank you.
Have fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun putting up stuff. He doesn't. That's beautiful. It's like, thank you, Heidi. It's slowly coming together here. When I decided to do the web, it's like I had it upside down. but that way I don't lose little pieces. But this is a block that I do not do when little D's around. This should be, it's like I'm late, yeah. But it's just one of those things. When Dee's not here, I can be later. It's like I can always be later. But you know, I don't want people to be afraid of the block because it is a little more time consuming. But if you're making a sampler quilt, it's the best thing to do is just start. Okay, we're going to see that first group that I have to make 4 of. It's like, it's the thorns. It's the thorns. And then here, that one's out, so this one has to be in. It's always good to plan ahead. This one goes out. This one goes in. And I'm going to trim off this because it's another one of those thorn units. Yeah, it's like, that's like, what time is it now? She's the 8 hours in Belgium. Okay, that one goes in, this goes out, so this one goes in. Okay. So I'm going to quickly sew this unit together, because this is the unit we're supposed to be working on. Yeah, it's only $115 Myware. Where did you get the block? Patchworksquares.com. It's a site with the free stuff. It's like I get my blocks off of where everybody can do it. I can give measurements. We can share. They have hundreds of different blocks. I need another leader and ender. No, I don't. I'll just have it sit there ready because I can sew this one together. Okay. It's like, you're not behind, Kim. You know how to quilt. It's like, you'll go right back in it. That one was in. I'm just nesting the seams. Okay, now I need this here. My leader and ender. I'm working so hard to try to remember it. And This one presses down and out. So this one goes down here this way, and there's 2 more units that look like these 2 units. Patchworksquare.com. Copy. It was on my trigger finger, and then it wouldn't let it put there anymore. .com. Thistle Bloom. See, on this one here, it goes to the outside. So I need this to go down. Trying to predict how I'm pressing here. Whenever I try to predict, I'm always wrong. I'm just trying to get it to lay flatter. But, yep. But there's the link. On my tablet, I'm only allowed one, I call it down, load. I mean, shoot it off the finger here. If I would have did it on the laptop, it would be several times. That one's that way. That one's that way. Always nest the seams. A chance at better. Okay. But it will be, if you lose it, it will be on the website or the Zoom later. I always tag it in the description. Get those out of my way there. Okay, now on this one here, I'm going to save some leader and ender. Going to grab the side pieces while I get that one off. See, I can do the chain sewing, no problem. It's just remembering it. It's just remembering to do it. Because I do it with the bits and pieces all the time. And here's what they call the center block. And I had where mine come up, I had 2 light and 2 dark, so I made them opposite each other. Just to make sure their contrast was kind of the same. And then when this is all the pieces are sewed together, then it's considered a 9 patch because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you sew them back together. Because sometimes people will ask you, do you want 9 patch blocks? Well, this is considered a 9 patch block. But they do not tell you the pressing, which way on the seams. So it's just a guess thing. I haven't had any that's, my long arm won't go across. I haven't had anything that my old machine here won't go across. But thank you anybody that's hanging on for the end. But this is why I grabbed this one today. Because I didn't have a little one. Means I picked that up and dropped it. Hi, Mona did what? Now, those 2 are done. take these other two. I know, it's easiest to put the white on the white one. Just make sure it's on the right way. And that one goes that way. But it's all in the diagram of the pattern. They'll tell you different ways to do things. And this one, pressed to the dark because it's white. That's how I made my decision. So this one means pressed to the outside. That was an in. This is an out. And then it's just make sure you place it back on here right. And then nest. And then cross at the bottom of that flying goose point. Stay just below it. It's like, it might curl up in there, but it's like it's there. I take this set of two, get them pressed. That's an innie. And this one's an out. And then press the green arrow up into the ears. I'm going to go quilt. No one home, so I can stay concentrated. Well, that works out good, Heidi. I just can't. 4 days a week, I'm busy with little one. So my sewing is at night if I feel like it after the long day, and Wednesday and weekends. So I have her usually two days off one day, have her 2 off for the weekend. And in May I have some extra time off because they're going to Florida for Nora's college graduation. And I don't know if she's moving out this way right away or what she's doing yet. I'm not kept in the loop. Just like my son's was in Cabo. He's been swimming with the whales. He's been all sorts of things. The only thing about longer YouTubes is when you're on by yourself and you need to use the facilities, it's not easy to do. But it's like, we always struggle through it. And Cheryl and we're going to start doing a little bit of messenger sewing together. So there's the 9 blocks now. You see how it's 9? Now you sew them together as a 9 patch. So this one to this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Don't cut the string and then go back and sew these 2, these 2, these 2. Then you have to cut the string or get a leader and ender. As her foot's taken off out underneath the table. I don't know how I could shorten this one up if I was to do a separate video on this. So I might just find another block and do a video. Yeah, it's like, Terry, turn dash. You deserve a glass of water? Okay. I'm just putting the last of the pieces together. Gotta get me another leader and ender. Like I said, I'm doing pretty good with these leader and enders. I'm remembering them at least. But I'm just on my, is it third bundle of 50 on step 3? I got a ways to go. Okay, you decided on. Well, that's good. Well, it's like, it just depends. It is a harder block. I wouldn't recommend it right off the bat for a beginner. No, I would not. So, you're safe there, Heidi. I can try to find easier ones. As long as I have the scrap material, I can make lots of videos on blocks. So I will try. And then like the churn dash, there's several churn dashes, because you can take the churn dash block, you can make one, just the original, then you can put the pinwheel in the center of the next one. And then there's another churn dash, I forget what it's called. There's all sorts of variations. You can put the economy square and the square in the middle of the churn dash, as long as it's got the right measurements. There's only 3 more legs of this, of sewing after this one. Another leader and ender. It's like, sit the next one out. And then there's also on the Quilt of Valor site, they have a churn dash that you won't cut your point off. Because that's the other thing. You don't want to lose your points. So here's the 3 big pieces. It's starting to take more and more shape. And this one here, guess I better cut my leader and ender off here. I throw them up here and then I go dig them for them later. See, least a resistance. There's a thing called pressing to the path of least resistance. So that's going to go out, so that's going to go in. So this is out, that's in. So this is out. And then this one's in, but I don't need to worry. With the remaining fat quarters. Yeah, sometimes those fat quarter bundles. Okay, now this one here, because I want to pin where I make sure I don't goof up which direction they're going. And so I will just immediately flip it and put my pin in it again. Because I don't want to goof up, because then I have to take it apart. And out and in. Yep. Yeah, it's like I have these fat quarters that I won from row by row. And they are going to be a 100 star, because I love the look of the 100 star. It's like I love the look of this double arrow that's up on my wall. Trying to find out from my grandson. It's like our hospital is in dire need. It's bankrupt and closing. So my grandson's been working a few days a week up here, trying to keep, you know, the bills going, paid. He just got let go from, it's like they finally ran out of the money. Okay. Finally closing down up here. And they're going to run skeleton crew. So it's like anything goes wrong here, we are officially a Band-Aid station. And it bothers because this is a retirement community of all the farmers. Luckily, he has another job along with this one here. And he has another one lined up that's a 30-mile drive, but 30-mile drive is better than nothing. So one more sew. It's like one more night and it's weekend. Yeah, it's like, you know, my granddaughter also, Alani's mom, she went into the nursing part too, because everybody's, we need nurses, we need nurses, we need nurses A, we need this, we need that. Well, her only place she could get a job was an hour away. And then it's like she never seen the kids. But then she went on to do some more. And then Emily did medical, whatever. Billing, transcript, it's like whatever that is. So the medical field isn't the best to go get into. But it's just one of those things. So now you, instead of having 2-income house, you have to have a 3 incomes to make the 2 incomes. I was glad that my kids grew up with the time that, no, I didn't have to work. We made it work. We didn't overspend. We stayed on our budget. But there's the block unpressed. I love it. And no, Lori, you can't have it. It's mine. It's mine. Yeah, he was supposed to go to work yesterday, and they called him off. And you can't draw an appointment because you have his other ones. Which way am I pressing that? That's the fun part. Get these things all pressed the way that they need to be. So it will make it harder having a rent that's $1,200 and then utilities. So it might have him stuck in his trailer longer. Okay. It's like I don't have it 100% pressed. I got it flatter. There you go. Thistle Bloom. And I would have to say out of the 2 I've made, I think this is the one I like the most. It's getting the right shades of the colors and whatnot. But I'll be right back. I'm not going to go try to find that one or anything. It's like... Okay, thank you. It's like, I used to say I had a peanut bladder, but now the peanuts are getting smaller. But I do have to say, what color? Green? It is a very light sagey green. It looks brighter on the TV than it actually is. And on the TV, on the computer. Yeah, it's a lighter green. This is a true dark lavender. Going to write it down. It's not a bright Granny Smith green. Would that be a good way of saying it? Granny Smith green. And then sky blue in the corners. Thank you. Move it a little closer, please. There. And that looks Granny Smith now up that way. She's testing her colors. But that fill out the whole screen here. It's very pretty. And then that purple print I used, just give it more dimension. It's like all the different little things that you find. But it's like, you know, the print. This one had these little spirals in it. So there's one right there and there. And then the groups that are darker flowers. But, you know, sometimes your fabric just helps make it pop even more. And this was, there was a 1 yard of 108 backing at one of the quilt stores. And I couldn't stand it anymore. I just bought the dang thing. I said, I'll use it on something. But it's like, I wanted it off the shelf. I wanted it off the shelf. And then it's like all the threads. Yeah, wouldn't it be? Well, I'd have to make more than 20. It's like, you know that block that I'm the double arrow? Yeah, that purple is. I wish there was a salvage edge on it when I cut up that fat quarter. If you buy fat quarters, try to get the salvage edge that has the writing. But I'm going to turn you up. See, there's my Bargello. It doesn't want to stay up on the design board. So I put it in one of the girls' bracelets and hung it on the ceiling. And then just fanned it out. But that one over there, to make my quilt before borders 75 by 90, I need 120 blocks, which is 60 color sets. Okay, yeah, Kim, that's a good thing to do, is use your library for your printing. But that one that I call the double arrow, the oops. Yeah, I got a long ways to go because there's only 4, 8, 12, 16, 22. And I need 120. Yeah, I'm glad that you're starting with something, Terry. It's like everybody gets in the slump. It's like, you know, with me and time consuming with Miss D, it's like when I'm done for the day, I'm done. I am, you know, sometimes I'm just tuckered out. So I'll find handwork to do. But I'm going to lose my point on one block here. I have my 1/4 inch here, 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 not here. So I'm going to go sew that in just a little bit more. I'm going to take it apart and resew it. Because I am the picky one. I don't like losing my points. So I go back up and remove half the block. What happened is the bottom walked out from under when I was sewing it. Oh, that would be beautiful. And it's like we all have so many color choices. It's like you can't see what, oh, now I know what you can't see. No one would ever see I was missing that point. I would. Okay, on this block, I have my 1/4 inch there, my 1/4 inch there, my 1/4 inch there, 1/4 inch there. Here, I did not have a 1/4 inch because my fabric walked 1/8 of an inch. So I'm taking out half of the block and resewing it to get that. But it's like, I always forget to put the camera back. Sorry for that. Because it's like, I'm so used to being in here, you know, by myself. And then I have this leader and ender on there. So I'm going to do it from the other side. I'm going to try to make sure to hold that very well. Because at the end of your stitching, your feed dog likes grabbing your fabric and it moves it. That was funny. I was looking like we were looking at the wall. We can't see any missing points. No, there's a lot of points up there. Well, Terry, what was really funny? I went back yesterday. I sewed with the 14-hour live sped up. And got up to the 7-hour, 10-minute part of the video. And that's when Kathy's sewing that, or we are sewing together the bull cozy. Well, it's barely in the camera, and I'm looking like this, trying to see the bottom of Kathy's. I go, what in the heck am I looking for? I can't see up under her screen. And it's like, it was just funny how, you know, we forget. There, I have a 1/4. There's the one I just fixed. I have my 1/4 inch now. That will disappear when I sew it to the next piece. But I have my 1/4 inch. I have all my points. Remember, Kathy did the you give away a wallet as the prize? June 22nd, 2023. Kathy Quilts and Crafts. We all did that 14-hour live. Well, I went back and I watched it just to see what it was all about. I can't remember what we did. Well, we did bowl cozies. And it's like, so we're watching that but every time, you know, on the screen, I couldn't see it. Yeah, I could tell you just about everybody that won what prize and how many came over that wasn't. But Kathy, you know, she had it barely in the screen, but I'm down there looking up, trying to find and see what's missing on her screen. But it's like, oh, I go, what an idiot. You can't see. But it just reminds me of the good old days. It's like, they was fun. Would I want to do it over again? I don't know. Because I'm also almost 3 years older. And it's like, I don't know what I'm going to feel like the day after my birthday. But it was fun. Yeah, because I think you probably do the same thing. It's like, what is she showing me? And you're looking, trying to straighten. But I found out on my tablets, I can actually take and stretch. I can stretch, and it's like, make it bigger. See here? On my tablet, I can make it bigger. Look at that. This is the live going right now. I paused it where no, I didn't pause it. That's just where it's that far behind. But I can, here, you want to see the points of that block? There. I can do that on my tablet. And I go, I don't have to strain as much anymore. I enlarged it to 8 times the size. Yes, it's like when I first got a new laptop, I had to keep, let's see, take out the chat and enlarge the screen. Okay. I'll take the chat out, make the screen bigger. Trying to. Okay, there's the chat out. Let's see if I can make me bigger. It's like, oh, not me. I want you to see what I'm doing in my hand. Isn't that weird? That's what I can do with my tablet now. Yeah. That, it's like, you could probably find lint on me. And how I bite my tongue. But, yeah. Right down there by the sewing machine. Oh, my rings are turned over. I'm constantly flipping my rings. No, it didn't happen before. It just started doing it. So on one of the updates. Yeah, but it's like, being I can have it on that one way now and enlarge it, it helps. But you got to find what you're going to put on that full screen or to make it bigger. Yeah. But it didn't used to be. And then the difference between the old iPad and the new iPad, what a difference. It's like this one here, everything goes through the home button. That one there, I have a pull-up screen. Delaney is, Miss D has taken my screen. When I put it on the side, on the old laptop, tablet, it won't stay up there. If I bring something else on that's active. And then the new one, I can keep the picture, the YouTube picture over here and do something else on the screen. My old one, I can't. It won't run 2 moving things together. And it's like, but she took that picture, that secondary picture, and she shrunk it down to, I mean, you could put a postage stamp literally on it and hide it. She didn't want my YouTube up there. And then when I went to make it bigger, she slapped my hand. It's like the little poo. She slapped my hand. I have these seams I have to go repress. Now, see, now I'll press from the back because see how many are so cockeyed? I will go press from the back and get them all laid out straight. But I can't give up my iPad tablet. It's like, well, that's where my quilt program is, and it's like, it just stays with me. But I will get this. It's like, that's Ronnie, I'll call her back. But it's like, I will go back and I'll press all these the right direction. because that's why I only did a light one so you could see a flatter thistle. And we've been on for 2 hours, is it? Looks like. Been close to 2 hours. But after I get it all programmed, I will put the link on the thing when I can find it, because sometimes I can't find it right off the bat because it's doing its process. But next week, see you back, and we'll see what next week brings. It's like we just never know. But thank you guys all for attending, and I hope you enjoyed the block that I made today. And it is a little bit more time consuming, but well worth it. It's like I can't tell you even how many pieces. There's so many pieces. But yeah, I'm glad I could keep you company, Terry, and I'm glad that you are back sewing a little bit. Okay, Heidi, go grab something to eat. I'll grab my Arby's, and then I'll get back and then I'll come back in here. I have a few more of those double arrow because I cut so many out with scraps that I don't want to keep losing all my pieces, because believe me, I keep losing my pieces. I'll sit down the pile because I'm using them with, I made templates. I took cutting mats and I took the 10 by 10 square and I cut it into templates so I can sit these on the fabric, and if I have enough of the white or the color, just by placing all these out there, I got another double arrow. So these here I really have to watch because they come up. One slid off last night. But see you guys on next Tuesday, and I'll see you on somebody's website someplace. Who knows where, but bye for now.